So our second piece of news today, and probably the way more exciting one of the bunch, is we finally have the in-package photos, both front and back, of our long discussed and long talked about in multiple segments Transformers Buzzworthy Bumblebee Transformers Legacy 4-pack, the latest 4-pack. We now know the name, we now know the names of the characters 100% from a trademark standpoint, and most importantly, we now know the choice of mold for the elusive Autobot Goldbug. Let's talk about Transformers Buzzworthy Bumblebee 4-pack Creatures Collide. Good name, too. Now, we talked about this for a while. This is something that when we first learned about the listing, it was just a little EAN code, TRA BB Legacy multi-pack. That's all we knew, and we had a price, $73.99, and that was that. And then as time progressed, certain figures started to leak out, and we first saw the Predacon toy accurate Scorponok. Then we saw the Ransack. Then we saw the purple Waspinator, which I'm going to get into as trademarking in a moment. But we never saw the Goldbug, and there was a lot of speculation of how they were going to go about that. So it's fantastic. Before I get into the Goldbug, though, let's just go into number one. I'm happy that they call it Creatures Collide. I like that. There's an emphasis on everything as some kind of bugs or insects. Some of them more directly than others. Some of them more in the car vernacular. But I really like that. The whole Creatures Collide thing, super fun. Number two, while Ransack and Predacon Scorponok, those are trademarks we expected because they were available within the Hasbro trademarking. I did not expect Skywasp to be used. Originally, this character, when we saw the listings, was Paralyzer, some people were saying, and then Parasite became the new one that people were comparing it to. And then ultimately in the end, we have Skywasp, so a I guess, Skywarp colored Waspinator. But we all know the origins of those colors. It goes all the way back to the Halloween Horrorcons. And then, of course, the BotCon 4-pack of the Wodoros that I worked on and stuff. So I love everything going on there. The Skywasp is also a prototype name that was going to be used for the Wodoros version, and it was a Jesse's repack of the color scheme. And a new kind of... There was all kinds of ideas that were going to go with those 4-packs for a second run. But so Skywasp, really cool. I dig it. Sure, why not? But let's talk about the most important thing of this 4-pack for a lot of different ways. Not just from, an availability for people to pick up, but also from an internal discussion. Let's talk about that Autobot Goldbug. So he is going to be that Walmart exclusive Netflix Volkswagen Beetle mold. The Volkswagen trademark is on the back of the box, so it is certified by Volkswagen that this is happening, that this is something that the relationship is still continuing and is still available. This opens up the discussion even more of exclusivity of molds, because that old Netflix Bumblebee was 2 years ago, and now 2 years later, now it could be a Target exclusive, and it's still Volkswagen. So there's something going on there that really tells us that we could even see, for people that really wanted to get that Bumblebee mold, we could possibly see even this mold again at some point through Target as maybe a more, because let's put it this way, the Netflix Bumblebee one had more of an orangey kind of yellow. And this one, maybe we could get another one at some point, maybe 2 years from now. Who knows? We could get one in a more vibrant, cartoon-accurate yellow with the traditional head on it. Who knows? Who knows? But it shows that the opportunities do present themselves in the future if need be. So now we have literally our definitive Autobot Goldbug using the Volkswagen Beetle design with that head sculpt that comes from the Shattered Glass Bumblebee, which is Goldbug. I mean, so it all works out in the end. This is fantastic. This is exactly what I would have wanted if I had a choice of how I would put this thing together. So it is going to be the big get of the box set more than anything else. Much like when they did the previous 4-pack, the Worlds Collide 4-pack, where you had the Nemesis Primal, you had a little bit of Master Force action there with the Wilder kind of box thing. You had the Nemesis, the Black Arachnia, and then you had a Bumblebee put in that one that was kind of a filler in a lot of ways. and people would pick and choose which ones they wanted from that box set and sell the rest. I get a feeling in the case of this box set, while Ransack is another fantastic one too, to get a deluxe Insecticon, I really think everyone's going to want it for this Bumblebee. I think the Goldbug. The Goldbug is going to be the big one, and everything else is just going to be shot to the wayside in a lot of ways. When you look at it, though, in terms of diversity, you got a little bit of, mid G1 with the Goldbug, season 3, season 4, 1986, 1987. With Ransack, you get some obscure G1 non-show character deluxe Insecticons from 85. With Skywasp, you get a little bit of that unreleased Halloween HorrorCon meets BotCon kind of flavor going on there. And with the Predacon Scorponok, you get some Beast Wars, some toy accurate Beast Wars. So you get a little bit of everything throughout. Again, Transformers is a lineage. So it's a nice little mix, but again, it's going to all be about that Autobot Goldbug, and people are going to be gunning for it. So we don't know when the release date is going to happen, but this comes courtesy of In Demand Toys, so that means they obviously have some cases. So there's a strong chance that this stuff could be showing up in Target very, very soon if it's already in package and ready to go. Again, the original listings that we had way many months ago was $73.99. That's pretty good considering it's 4 deluxes. Current deluxe MSRP each is $24.99. So if you had 4 deluxes in a box, it should be $100 minimum. This is pretty good. If it is that $73.99, that's a pretty good deal. That's a free deluxe pretty much. And we're all going in it for one character really to really complete our G1 displays. Or maybe in the case of Ransack too, if they continue the other deluxe Insecticons, which I'm sure they probably will. They'll do it. They'll do stuff with, when we get other Insecticons in the future, like Shrapnel and Bombshell, we could probably pull a Venom and a Chop Shop out of them. And, I'm pretty sure they'll think something else up for the rest. But we'll see what it is. I'm excited about this. I think this is fantastic. I know a lot of people were speculating, they might use the Runamuck, runabout mold for Goldbug. They might do this, they might do that, because they can't use the Volkswagen. This finally puts that discussion to rest. That Volkswagen mold is available. That Volkswagen mold can be used, and it probably will be used again at some point in the future. This leads to another kind of discussion too, Transformers Finance, where there's a lot of people that have been buying and selling that Netflix Bumblebee and making quite a profit on it. Now people could probably wait for their chance, and the opportunity will present itself in the future that they could get a proper Volkswagen Deluxe Class Bumblebee, and it won't cost them the bank. This is fantastic news. Let me know what you think, people. Hopefully we'll get some more photos and everything, but so far from what I can tell from this back of the box image, that G1 Goldbug looks amazing.